Thank you, Kate, and welcome to the Grey Cup rematch. So nice, we had to do it twice as Winnipeg returns home in hopes of slamming the brakes on a 3-game skid. Marshall Ferguson alongside Dwayne Ford. Britt Dort is down at field level for us here throughout the evening.
Less pressure, if you will, with Chad Kelly going on the 6-game injured list. And he knows exactly.
Arbuckle as they empty it out. 3-by-3 on either side. Pressure's on, and down he goes.
It was the Toronto Argonauts, and a big part of why they won the game.
Arbuckle felt that very much as this one gets knocked up in the air. It's intercepted. Cam Judge had a pick last week. He's got another now. Can he beat Strethler to the end zone? Cuts back. No flags down. Touchdown Argonauts.
Scoops it up. Lanier working laterally on the play, kind of recognizing where the quarterback's eyes were going as he was initially blocked up. Cameron Judge, Mr. Versatility in this Toronto Argonaut defense.
In the first half last week with James Vaughters on a fumble return touchdown. Lira Pyrolahu, former Bomber himself, sends this one high into the smoky skies of Manitoba. Drops down, and is returned by Trey Vowell across the 30, 40, 50. Turns on the Jets. Vowell off to the races. 10-5 touchdown. Immediate response from the Bombers.
And you can see this one shaping up early, a little bit of separation.
Yeah, absolutely. You can feel the energy get zapped when Cam Judge hit the end zone, but immediately back into it here as the crowd, as the defense hits the turf, and this one complete to Demonte Coxie. Chad Kelly stays on the 6-game injured list. He's going to have plenty of challenging plays in front of him in this one. Here's 2nd and 1 as he'll turn around, hand it off to Mac Mahon, who puts his head down, runs into a wall. Strethler with 3 options to his right will roll that direction, fades it over the top, and it is caught. Jared Stearns wrapped up and brought down by Darius Bratton. Nice block that time by Chris Ike on the edge as they go handoff. Nick Dembski's got speed around the edge, cuts to the outside of the 40. Whit McManus finally shoves him out of bounds. Hands it off inside. Brady Oliveira gets a block from Strethler. Strethler now with a sprint to the right, puts his head down. And Strethler uses the legs, thundering into the end zone for the Bombers touchdown. You wouldn't be able to tell by those last couple of plays and how dominant they were up front. Winnipeg had only 26 scores on plays coming into tonight. Last week at home, 5 catches. As Nick Arbuckle looks outside, Demonte Coxie, really the savior of this Argonauts offense, breaking away from 2 tacklers. It takes 5 Bombers to get there. Getting Demonte Coxie set there, making sure he's lined up correctly. As now down the middle of the field, it's up for grabs and it's off. Do before they can get there. Right now 3-3 on the season as Strethler flips this one underneath. It is complete at the 9-yard line. Terry Wilson checks into the ball game here. Loaded front for Toronto and 20 targeted touches a game as they'll flip it underneath. Carrick Wheatfall, a little bit of speed and a great defensive play on the edge. Shuts it down quickly and it creates 2nd down and 6. Easy. Nice throw that time from Strethler. That looks like 2 kids playing at the park that just appreciate how good the other one is. As Strethler steps up in the pocket, trying to get away, wrapped up and brought down.
But the biggest thing from Arbuckle, guys, that I like that he said is he's kind of gotten rid of that placeholder mentality and really feels like he's gained some confidence and feels like he can be such a leader for this offense going forward.
Arbuckle on 2nd down. Pitches forward, looks over the top, pass is complete. 1st down to Jean Brissett. Arbuckle fakes the run to Mac Mahon, flips it out. Dave Unger III into the flats. Got 3 makes of 50-plus yards already this season, tied for 1st in the CFL. As this one,
with all the success he's had, he remembers where he came from.
Absolutely, yeah. The best athletes always do. As Oliveira, 13 carries, 82 yards last week against Toronto. As he gets another touch here, and this time he's turned around quickly. And Lorenzo Molden, 1st sack of the season last night. Has a hard count. And Strethler, when flags come up, has a free play, throws this one into traffic, incomplete, and more flags come out.
Offside, Toronto number 94. Penalty is declined. Pass interference, Toronto number 9. Swallow the foul, automatic 1st down.
Tossing Brady Oliveira backwards on that one. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for Strethler, and it's a quarterback draw. And Brady Oliveira gets a body up the middle, but Tough night for the kickers last night. Rennie Paredes in the kicking operation in Calgary in tough against the wind.
He's gotten some chip help from Matal. That's a matchup I'm really interested in the rest of the game.
As the ball pops out, and it's on the ground, picked up by Person. Touchdown Bombers! Every time we talk to Luke Wilson, a defensive touchdown gets scored.
You know what, guys? I'm buzzing some film. You got your cues in. I think it's one of those things that you put me on here. Defensive touchdowns happen.
3 losses of double digits in their last 3 games. 21 points, and 14 points against the Toronto Argonauts last week. And now they lead by 14 over Toronto as Dejon Brissett wrapped up and thrown down. 9 straight sellouts here at Princess Auto Stadium despite the 3-game skid. And the crowd into it. On 2nd down and 11 at the end of the first half with a 14-point lead. That's complete.
In that O-line meeting room right now.
Willie Jefferson right in the middle of that rush on the punt. Can't get home, so it drops down to Trey Vavel with a kickoff return earlier in this ball game. He gets to the outside, makes 2-man miss, makes Aaron Casey miss on the corner, turns on the Jets, cuts it back at the 50, and can he go? Trey Vavel, say no more! A double dip of return touchdowns.
Well, your starting quarterback is out of the lineup. How big a lift is it when your offense gets a boost in the form of 2 special teams touchdowns and a defensive touchdown in the first half of a ball game? Trey Vavel absolutely feeling it. That's Anthony Vandal. They essentially ended up with a double team on the center, and Boss is trying to guess which guy to take.
Clean pocket this time. DeMonte Coxey's free on the money. Coxey runs free, cuts back, looking for a block, and Terrell Bonds finally gets there.
It's been under siege here. Holds up for that deep ball play.
Arbuckle just gets rid of this one. Got the sense their best chance to put some points up on the board.
The deeper we get into this game, the more Winnipeg pins their ears back.
What will the strategy be here for the Argonauts? They'll begin through the air. Mayala on the outside. Easy completion, gain of 18. The Argonauts were so good at last week. Those 2nd down conversions, 14 of them. Arbuckle looking for one big one here as Dejon Brissett catches it, thinks about cutting back, and now he does. Leans forward.
Guys who are wired a certain way, but he happens to be one of those guys.
2-time All-CFLer. As now the running game on a promising drive here to open up the second half for the Argos. Pressure on in coverage, and this one is complete.
Now at the field corner spot for Parker.
Arbuckle looks down the field, steps away from Willie Jefferson, dumps it off to DeMonte Coxey, race to the end zone, touchdown Argos! And momentum to get things going here early in Q3.
Yeah, an efficient drive right out of the gate from Nick Arbuckle and the Toronto Argonauts offense in terms of putting Chris Strevler in a position to succeed.
Flip it out to the flats here as Nick Dembski, who does extend his 77-game catch streak that Ivan and Shivers just signaled in. 5 receivers for Strevler here on 2nd down. Pressure's on, walks his way right into it. Argonauts coming into tonight here on Friday Night Football started 10 drives in opponent's territory, 2 touchdowns on those drives. Arbuckle looks outside, timing throw, 20 of 26 for 165 yards, 9 touchdowns, no interceptions. Pressure on, fades to his right, throws it up, jump ball, Coxey, and he doesn't hold on, but the flags rain down.
Watch right side of your screen. Double move.
Snap is up, handed off, McMahon, cut back, runs right into a pile of blue and gold. Everybody's got some different pace, some different footwork. Well, you saw the footwork that time. 4 receivers to the right of Strevler against a 5-man rush. He'll rip this one over the top of Cameron Judge into Nick Dembski's hands, who's dragged down by Tyshawn Blackburn. What a throw and catch. Fake the screen, hand it off on the draw inside. Argonauts defense all over that one. Sergio Castillo as the Princess Auto crowd quiets itself and allows Castillo to go to work, hammers it through. Strevler, deep drop, loads it up, looking down the seam, up for grabs, it's tipped, is it intercepted? Benji Franklin's got it. For Chris Strevler, the interception to Cameron Judge early on, and now Milton tips it back in tremendous reaction on 2nd and 10. Arbuckle steps backs up, throws it down the right sideline. DeMonte Coxie one-on-one and plenty of hand fighting. Haggerty, last play of the third quarter. Booms this one away. Drops it over the head of Trey Vavel, who either didn't see that or lost it in the lights, and skips into the back of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers end zone. It's a single.
Leading the way.
Brady Oliveira gets the touch and bounces off initial contact. 58-9 record since 2017. And they are ahead. Now this one back shoulder on Jerry Stearns, makes the grab, spins backwards. Winnipeg would go at Calgary and then back here at Princess Ottawa against the Ottawa Red Blacks. As Strevler rolls to his right, sliding down. As this time they will, and Strevler trying to beat the edge, can't get away, wrapped up and thrown down. They are only 0-1 against the East.
He and Willie Jefferson kind of became that dynamic duo in the defensive line.
The inspiring pass rush here is one-on-one in the catch radius. Undeniable. Arbuckle, deep drop, steps up in the pocket, looks downfield, throws it down the seam. Caught! Touchdown, Coxie!
Arbuckle does a nice job here to buy time, negotiating the pocket, stepping up, just until he can see that Coxie's got to step on his man. He's already put in some work on special teams here tonight.
Another moonshot kick. This one's up for grabs, rolling along the turf on the ground. And did the Argonauts jump on top? Argonauts staging a comeback, down 6. And on 2nd and 10, Arbuckle with all day to throw and puts it into the waiting arms of Jones. Absolutely, as the Bombers offense begins with an inside handoff. Minimal gain that time. I think to the advantage of the quarterbacks here, but that time Tony Jones making a massive play. As Strevler on 2nd down and long looks over the middle, caught by Dembski, first down. Came right back in and helping the Bombers move the football here. Little play action, flip it out the flats. Dembski on the run, crosses the 45. Argos rush 4. Strevler checks it down. Oliveira's got to go earn it against Cameron Judge. He shrugs him off, makes the play, cuts back inside the 30, and Brady O moves the chains. Strevler now goes back to work. Little pump on the outside, looking for a slant. Go Tavares McFadden! That's not the man you want to go after, number 2.
Those are tremendously athletic plays. You'll love to see it.
As Arbuckle has this one tipped up at the line of scrimmage. Got to start to push the football down the field. Can they find DeMonte Coxie? As over the middle, knocked down once again. 3 seconds remaining and already in field goal range for Winnipeg as Brady Oliveira. Fake the end around here, handoff inside. Snap comes back, hold down. When you hear the cheers from the 9th straight sellout, a lot of love between Arbuckle and Willie J, but a tough result for the Argonauts. Will likely, on the trip home, believe that they deserved a little bit better in this one.